Good evening, everyone. Good evening. It is Friday, August 23rd, 2019. Let's have a chat. I'm Dave. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. How are you? How are you? Yep, here in the renewed, renovated, thanks to my daughter, um, studio. So how are you liking it? Hope you like it. And but that's not what you're here for. You're here to listen to. And I thank you for those of you that are listening live, watching live. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Those of you that are watching on replay, thank you. I especially approve. I approve. Well, of course I approve, but I thank you. I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day and listening. And if you're listening on the podcast, I don't think I forgot about you because, again, I appreciate you listening as well. So thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for pressing play. All right, so it's Friday. It's Forbes Friday. What have we got on tap today? What's going on in the world? Well, there's a lot going on in the world. I know I didn't put it in the show notes, but I did mean to put it in the show notes. And it's all about the S's today. Today we're going to talk about Taylor Swift. She's back, new album. I'm not a big fan of Taylor Swift, but on the business side of what she's doing, kudos to her. She's going to re-record everything. Everything she's ever done, she's going to re-record it now on a new label because, again, it has to deal with the some manager named Scooter, and he purchased all of her works prior. All the he owns the rights to her previous work, and I don't understand how that works. How somebody can not be given the opportunity to buy it before it's put out there. Some shenanigans. That's all I got to say about that on the business side of things. So kudos to her for just saying, I'm going to redo my work. And really, she's the artist. She can do whatever she wants. So let's see what happens there. This is going to turn ugly, but again, she is the artist. She knows what she's doing, and she'll take it where she needs to go with it. So next, Spider-Man. It's all about the S's today. Spider-Man. So for those of you that don't know who Spider-Man is, legendary comic book figure, and has gone on to make movies, and unfortunately has made movies out of two different studios, Sony Pictures and out of the Marvel Studios, which is technically owned by Disney. Well, there's no technically, they're owned by Disney. So here's the situation. Moving forward, they're trying to figure out how they're going to keep Spider-Man alive. How they're going to, alive in the sense of the movies. How is it going to go forward? Sony says no. They still control the some rights. Marvel Studios says, well, it's part of the Avengers package. It's got to go forward, and so any money that's being made out of the Avenger packages moves over to Sony because, again, and we're talking about just the Spider-Man side of things. So with that being said, it's become a big thing. So they kind of just said, you know what, forget it. They pulled the producers, and now they're just pretty much shutting down. And of course, Marvel Comics, as part of the Marvel Comics universe, they just recently signed on J.K. Simmons to play J. Jonah Jameson, the penultimate J. Jonah Jameson. And if you remember him from the very first Spider-Man movie, the one with Tobey Maguire, that was J. Jonah Jameson's from the cartoons, the comic books. That's him. So it was coup. It was a coup to get this guy, and it's like, wow, we're gonna have the real J. Jonah Jameson or whatever. Anyway, so now they don't. So they shut it all down. And what does this do? As fans, and obviously you can tell I'm excited about the J. Jonah Jameson situation. But again, Spider-Man and all of that. I grew up reading comic books. And that being the case, what does that do to the fans? Well, it just tosses us aside and just says that ultimately, in the end, these two organizations do not believe that their biggest stakeholders are the most important stakeholders. And folks, when it comes to business, never, ever forget your stakeholders, your internal stakeholders and your external stakeholders. And the external stakeholders sometimes are bigger, more louder, more powerful than the stockholders. So let's see how the fans unite on this one, and I'm going to be behind them 100% because it is nonsense. It is true nonsense. You cannot behave that way. When you start taking away from the fans, look, let's go back to Taylor Swift. What is she doing? Well, obviously she wants to retain rights to her work. I get that. Kudos to her on the business side. But again, she's taking care of the fans too, at the same time that she's taking care of herself. So again, the fans in this case, and now back to the Spider-Man situation, the fans in the Spider-Man situation, well, guess what? They are a little bit more powerful, a little bit bigger, a broader base, and a lot more connected than say Sony and Marvel Studios. Obviously Marvel Studios, because that's where Spider-Man comes from, the Marvel universe. But again, Sony's involved. So it's all about the money. And that's true what it's all about. It's like they really don't care. Now, did they intentionally put this out in the public side, public facing side of things? I say yes, they did. Because again, they wanted to stir the pot. Unfortunately, I feel that this is going to be a lose-lose situation because the fans are already losing. There's no win-win in this one for Sony and MCU or Marvel Studios. Sorry about that. But let's see what works out. Let's see how it all spins itself out. Let's see how they take care of it, and let's see how they ultimately take care of the fans. So that being said, we got a long weekend ahead. Enjoy your time off, but again, remember the hustle, the grind. It's always got to go on. And you cannot stop it. You got to keep the flow moving because the wheels don't stop. Got to keep them churning. So with that being said, folks, I'm Dave. This is Let's Have a Chat for Friday 2019. And today's topic was Forbes Friday. As always, I do invite you to follow me on Twitter. Here's my information right here. Follow me on Twitter at Dave Guerra. And also, don't hesitate. If you got that Instagram, go ahead and follow me on the Instagram. That's Dave_Guerra. That's an underscore right somewhere here. There's an underscore. Separating my name. Somebody else has it. So you can follow that person too. By all means, follow that Dave Guerra. But don't forget to put the underscore and follow me. Let me know. Let me know you're following. Let me know you're following because you saw me on the videos. I'll give you a shout out or something. Okay, well, listen. Have a great weekend. It's Friday night. Party Hunter just got paid. It's an old song. Look it up. All right. Have a good one. Take care.